friends, and welcome to Cosplay Kitchen. This week we're cosplaying Tracer. What better to go with Overwatch's favorite Brit than one of the favorite dishes of people in England, from what I understand. Curry! First, we need to chop up our vegetables. We're ready to go to the stove. We've got our stove to a medium-high heat. To see if our pan is ready, it's really easy. Head to your stove. Oh, little water on your hand. Dance this around a little bit. You're set to go. Add in a tiny bit of olive oil, just enough to coat the pan. We're sauteing, we are not frying. Let it heat up just a bit. Once it begins to just smoke a tiny bit, we're going to throw in our onions and our carrots. You just want to let them cook until they just start to become translucent. Got them in the pan. Shake on our salt. And keep them stirring. Onions are looking fantastic, so let's go ahead and add in our chicken. While you were waiting for your onions to become translucent, make sure you salt and peppered your chicken. Also, it's very critical to make sure that your chicken also has been sitting on the counter for about 10 to 20 minutes, coming to room temperature. Before we add in our chicken, we're going to add in our flavor pack. We have curry powder, coriander, and cumin. Give it a good stir. Always do it before you add your chicken. It'll wake up those spices and help it a lot more flavorful later. And add in the chicken. We're not thoroughly cooking the chicken through. We are simply browning it to get a little bit of color on it before we add in our liquid. I know you might be thinking, you can totally fit more chicken in there. I could. You never want to put too much chicken, or any meat for that matter, in a pan. It'll quickly go from browning and delicious to stewing awkward and kind of that gray color you turn when you haven't eaten well in a while. Alright, we're just starting to see the cook side creep up along the edge of the chicken, so give it a turn. Like I said, we're just trying to get a little bit of color. We are not cooking our chicken. I'm using chicken tenders because, well, that's what I had. But really this works with any kind of chicken. If you don't have chicken tenders and you're going out and buying chicken specifically for this, the other kind of chicken I love to have with this is thigh meat. Dark meat is fantastic in curry. If you are offended by the sight of cooking meats, you can always replace it with chickpeas. Just make sure to do a much less cooking time on the back end. Alright, we'll give it one more flip. Always be sure to flip it over one more time before we add in our liquid. We're going to add in 1 can of diced tomatoes, undrained. The reason you want it undrained, 1, is because this is going to cook for a while. And 2, you want to get any of those lovely bits that are burnt onto the bottom of your pan. This is called deglazing. Basically, you have a hot pan and a cold liquid, releases all of that lovely goodness from the bottom up. Do you want to know? I think there was a lazy chef somewhere along the line that figured out, hey, I can clean my dish and make something delicious at the same time. So, have it up again to a medium-high at this point. Make sure it's sizzling nicely. Dump in your tomatoes. It sounds like an erupting volcano. You're doing it right. There won't be a lot sticking on the bottom for this particular recipe, but there will be a little bit. Then add in 1 can of coconut milk. Give it a stir. Make sure everything gets nice and well mixed. And that all of your chicken is just barely covered. I'm gonna pop a lid on that and let that simmer. 2 things you're looking for when you let it simmer. 1, you want that liquid to reduce. And 2, we're looking for the chicken to be super tender and falling apart. Probably get back to that. Let's check on our chicken. Mine's been cooking for just over an hour and 15 minutes. Oh yeah, that's good. Tender chicken. I stir it, pulls away from the bottom a little bit. Now it's time to add in our very last vegetable, some frozen peas. You add it last because they cook in no time. Our peas are heated through. Plate up some right on top of the rice. Garnish it with some very much so non-optional cilantro, unless you're that weird percentage of the population that happens to think cilantro tastes like soap. Weirdos. Give it a try. Oh. Give me a moment, I'm having a moment. Thank you so much for joining us this week, friends. Once again, join us next week when we teach you how to make a layered cocktail. Week after that, we'll be having yet another cosplay and another recipe. If you had fun with us, consider maybe giving us a thumbs up, perhaps even subscribing to help us grow the channel. And we'll see you next week, and don't eat yellow snow.